Alright, YouTube, it's time for part 8 of Minecraft. Oh, I've got to drag this over to the side a little. I'm actually got it cut off the way it is at the moment. Much better. Yeah, hi dear. Alright. Now, how much cobble do we have? Yeah. The wall just got higher. No, seriously, I've decided, I've made an executive decision, so to speak, to make the wall higher indeed. There's like one random ass block out there. Oh, for anyone who's interested, by the way, since I can rant while I Minecraft as well, it's a good time as had by all. You know, it's like getting 2 videos in one almost for those of you who are junkies of the channel or something. Go to the Tarl Warwick Books blog if you're interested in my literature at all, that is. If you're not, then, you know, you're not. A lot of people aren't. A lot of people are. I made a post regarding some interesting observations of my critics specifically of the fact that I make a significant amount of money editing out of copyright occult works. And you can see how I sort of lambasted them there. I think that'll be of interest to some people anyway. A lot of people don't realize, some people are like, oh, well, he just sells copies of stuff you can get online for free. Technically, yes, after a manner, if you're talking about digital copies of those works. I don't think that many of my critics are literate enough to understand the editing process or have ever even necessarily edited anything to speak of anyway, since they were in high school or something along those lines. You have to understand what the editing process actually entails if you're going to criticize somebody for releasing editions of old works. It's more than just going through and fixing a few spelling errors. It's format. It's certainly spelling errors, but it's also format. What the hell? Fuck you. What the hell are you doing? Get away from the wall. Jesus. What the fuck was I saying? Oh, yeah. But it's more than just fixing a few spelling errors, trust me. I have a feeling that... And I'll lay the case out on the actual blog post. Not that I have to. I don't have to justify the work that I do to anybody. But just for the edification of those maybe who are also interested actually in the editing process itself, it's a little bit more complicated, trust me, than just fixing a few errors here and there. It would be wonderful if it were that easy. It would be, I'd probably be making twice as much as I am now if that were the case, and that is my primary source of income. Although I'll tell you this. Interestingly, I didn't expect this to happen, by the way. Occult Memetics is now my best seller. Occult Memetics is actually outselling any of the edited works, as well as all of my other authored works. I never expected that to be the case. I figured because it was a shorter work, it'd be of interest to a small number of people who are interested in the Cac Pepe sort of material, who are interested in propaganda, perhaps, something like that. I figured it'd be one of those works where I end up selling, you know, 30 or 40 copies a month, something like that, which would be, you know, halfway decent, more of a mediocre work or something. Instead, it's, you know, several hundred a month or something like that, which is, trust me, for somebody, I am entirely self-marketed. That's not bad, and considering the number of works that are there, you've got to understand, I fully realize some of these works, they sell like 10 copies in a year. And I'm perfectly okay with that, because the object is not simply selling as many works as possible. I could, you know, I could release cheap facsimiles if I wanted to accomplish that. I'm gonna have to carve that off later. That would definitely be possible, but I'm interested in quality as well. I'm not just interested in loading my pockets or anything like that. I'm trying to do this because I want it to be stable for, you know, the rest of my life. I want to produce something that's of value. And you can't do that unless you have some skill as an editor. Now, granted, I'm sure that there are people who would criticize my work, or who wouldn't be interested in it, rather. who themselves are capable of editing stuff. That's fine with me if they want to give constructive criticism or whatever, or even non-constructive criticism. But a lot of these people, I've noticed, they never seem to reveal who they actually are. Now, I'm a fan of anonymity. I don't have a problem with them doing this. But for me to take somebody's criticism seriously, generally speaking, I'm going to need to know a little, like, are they an expert in the field that they're criticizing me about? For instance, somebody's criticizing me about politics. Well, do you have any, is there any reason for me to believe that you're capable of analyzing politics with greater accuracy than I am? And if that's the case, so be it. More respect to you for having such skills. If not, then, again, I'm going to weigh the preponderance of evidence in how I judge my own analytic content is going to be heavily weighted in favor of my own opinion of myself, or the opinion of those that I know do also create content, political content, whatever it may be. And generally speaking, they may not always agree with me, but they say, well, you know, I disagree, but you're well spoken, or I do agree with you. Here's a reason why, or something like that. By the way, I realize Endermen are now capable of teleporting down here. That's not really an issue. For some reason, they don't even seem to always get aggressive when I look at them in this file. I'm not exactly sure what's going on. They must have done some change to the Enderman or something. But yeah, just generally speaking, if you're interested in my literature, I throw a little bit of dry wit, dry humor into there for those that are interested in it. That's basically what you get on this channel, with fair regularity anyway. Now, I'm still hearing a lot of water somewhere very close to me. I don't know whether it's that river above me or what it is, but I'm certainly hearing it. But we're just going to carve all this out, because I'm going to need cobble, I'm going to need a huge amount of wood, because I'm going to start expanding the city. Not just the garden plots, but the actual city itself. I'm going to build some very simple structures. In this game, basically, even in survival, you can basically go hog wild. If you've got enough stuff, enough resources to sustain yourself, you can build to your heart's content forever, basically. But as far as villagers, they don't need to be living in mansions. I'll give them subsidized housing in return for access to land rights and their crops and so forth. Where I guess we're kind of an ANCAP society at the moment. I'm not putting them into collectivized housing. I don't believe in communism. Let's see. I don't know if that's going to be enough andesite to finish everything. And see, I can't mine there because that gravel is probably underwater. Oh, my pick's almost worn out anyway. I have to make another one. Alright, that should be good for now. Just to generally expand things a bit. Now, let's see. Oop. Oh, actually, we're going to need a new axe, too. Let us proceed. New axe. A new pick. A few more torches. Alright. Now, don't need to carry that around. We do need the cobble. We don't need all of the dirt. I'm going to be extracting dirt more than filling things in with dirt. Just trying to organize things here a little bit. Because we will be chopping trees. I'm done planting grain for right now. I'm not done planting sugarcane, though. Yeah, it should be fine, okay. My sword is half used up, but it's not like I'm running out of iron anytime soon. Somebody suggested spawning my own golem. You know, you use iron blocks and then a pumpkin or a jack-o'-lantern. But I don't have any pumpkins. I don't think there are any abandoned mines around here for me to actually gain pumpkin seeds in, which means I'd have to go explore the whole surrounding area. And even then, I think pumpkins prefer swampy biomes, if I remember correctly. Yes, make a tree house. Yes. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I've secured the city at this point. I also need to go outside of the wall because in case there were any like dirt blocks that could allow something to jump over the wall, I don't need a creeper crawling in and, you know, blowing up one of the living villagers or something like that. It's just not necessary. Come here. Let's see. Alright, so that side of the wall. See this, Yeah, if I just lift that wall up another level, I can keep that all filled in and get rid of this friggin' trench. Technically, it's also a little bit more secure, and I'll be dropping this part down anyway. See, there's an Enderman out there, which just teleported away, along with spiders, zombies, random. Oh, is the spider looking at me? I hope not. Yeah. I don't want to screw around with that. It can climb over the wall. What time is it? Oh, yeah, it's almost dawn anyway. But these, Oh, I thought that was walking on top of the wall at first, actually. I think he's going for the gate. He can't get through, but I can always hit him in the fucking head. Hi. Give me your power. Yeah. I mean, skeletons can still fire over the wall, as you saw earlier, but is it really a problem? I say not really. See all of this extra dirt? I could excise this too to level it off. You know, get rid of this dumb-looking porch, put another house actually right here. We're going to, I think, harvest wood and build a shit shack, I think. Yes, indeed. So I need quite a bit of wood. Well, actually, I should do that side of the wall first. And then just do a roundabout around the whole wall to make sure it's all, you know, all set and okay. Raise this side up later. Like right now, it's not a pressing issue, perhaps. Oh, yeah. Easy enough. Yeah, okay, that works. Then I'll just have to relay the torches. Just makes it look more even, I suppose. And gives me a little bit more cobblestone there as well. Oh wait, because I'll be filling in. I forgot this was dirt, so I actually don't get any extra cobblestone. That's okay. Perfect. Yeah, that looks wonderful. And then there's no trenching needed there either. See, if I do that all along there, I can eliminate that whole trench. I'd like to do that, raise it up all around the whole city. Oh. It is perfect at last. It is complete. Yes. I think I'll start actually by taking one of these shit shacks down that's, you know, obviously not anywhere close to the inhabited center of the city. I'm not going to be using logs in construction because it's so inefficient. It's so much easier just to use the planks. I'll be making half blocks. I'll make a little construction bench. Once I take I'll take this one and the next one over down because they look like crap, honestly. These two. Actually, these three-ish. And I've got doors, you know, ready-made, ready to use. Do I have... Yeah, I took my glass panes. Move them. Maybe I'll keep this entire area empty, actually, not have this part of the city, and prepare to turn this into what will be like my mansion or fortress or whatever the hell. Put a tower in. Since nobody's living anywhere near here, let's take the fucking whole thing down. We can take the cobble, reuse that. Somehow a cow got into the city. Now, that wouldn't normally be concerning, except that if the cow can get in, that means a mob can get in. But I'm thinking, actually, now that I think about it, wasn't that cow already in the city anyway? Didn't it wander in like part 5 when I was building the wall in the first place? I'm just going to assume that. I'm going to assume that you didn't sneak in through some problem here. Well, let's just look. Oh! Yeah, see? And you're right next to it. Thank you, cow, for showing me the evidence of your crime. Thanks. Go ahead and have carrots as a reward. But, yeah, I'll take this one down, too. And they just look so terrible. It's the shittiest shack. I build shit shacks, but they're not that shitty. Now look at it, it's like this, tall, gangly thing. All wood with a dirt floor. Where, everyone's barefooting in the kitchen, including the men, I guess. Terrible. This is the sort of house I think people like Hillary Clinton assume that all white people live in. Other than her donors, you know. It's a wonderful alpine day here, sandwiched between that mountain and that mountain. Yes. Oh, use this one up. Yeah, we'll do more intensive mining at some point in the fairly near future. See, look, it just automatically jumps around. I don't know exactly why. I'll have to fiddle with the settings, I really hope will. Or to shut that off some point. Alright, now then. See, if I removed that, I could put 2 more narrow structures in, perhaps. This'll eventually have to go. And, come to think of it. Ooh. Oh, well, it doesn't matter because that's also technically paved. Land improvement. Capitalism. I'll build a factory. I am going to build that sugarcane field after I build a couple of these, whatever structures. There we go. Let's put one there. Yeah, that's good. Now that is looking fairly good. Alright, we could put a house right in here. It doesn't matter if it overhangs one side. I'm not phobic about that, honestly. I just need to make sure that there are 3 blocks there. Yeah, that'd be a freakishly small structure, wouldn't it? What if I just put it here or something? Yeah, it can be recessed in the other direction. We'll show you roughly what we're gonna do here. I mean, it's still going to be a shit shack, but it'll be one that's, you know, livable, as opposed to the crap that these people are making. And because it has these little tiny ass windows, no worries about running out of material there. Basically limited by the number of doors. I mean, we can craft more though, so who cares? And this is sort of the true shit shack appeal of Shit Shacksville, where everyone is a peasant. I plop in a torch, pop in another torch. Home sweet home, basically. Alright. Makes sense to just have a crafting bench here somewhere. Just put it right on the Well, we'll put it on the well. Who cares? Alright, now, I really like doing roofs this way. And don't worry, it won't have a dirt floor for long in there. Not that it matters. These villagers aren't particularly choosy, I'll tell you that much. Now there will not be... well, it doesn't matter if there's an overhang there. Actually, it doesn't matter on any side. Whoops. I done fucked that up real good. Alright. To those that say they pity me for using a touchpad for this, that's just... oh, god damn it. That's just sort of what I'm used to over time. Oh yeah, half block. No, this is seriously always the way I've played. I'm not a stickler for like, oh, I need to get this ergonomic, you know, mouse, something like that. I mean, I don't even like using that shit. After years and years of just using laptops, and not really liking... oh. Well, it doesn't matter if there's an overhang at all. This is a shit shack after all. Ta-da! Give it a nice oaken floor. Yes. You too can own this shit shack. It's what you deserve. Now, breed, you people. See, this is within... maybe it's those buildings over there aren't even technically counted as part of the village. Maybe the village center has moved sharply in this direction. And that's actually why we're having a problem with this ship. In fact, you can also literally slap a door on that and make that a structure. Now then, it's going to be time to start our sugarcane farm. So that's just the basic. Yeah, I think there's 4 now, actually. They appear to have replicated a little. Is that sand in there, or is that clay? That's sand. We're going to take the sand and the clay out of our little bay here. Oh yeah, this would be great. Because we're going to build a little brick factory of sorts, actually. I'll just fill this all in with dirt once I'm done mining this out. Oh, there's gravel too. I'll have to take that. Yeah. No longer even matters if it's nighttime when I'm doing this. There's probably a lot more clay out there too, honestly. Fill this in with dirt. But yeah, we're gonna need sand. Get out of there. I think you can only grow sugar cane on sand anyway. I could be wrong. I'm thinking of something else. I know cactuses grow on sand. Maybe we should make the dock front next, actually. Now that the villagers are well protected, you know, the wall is done. So the one problem is it's going to be harder to get all this shit during the night. I'm going to take these trees down, prepare to replicate and move them first, since this, I'm going to need more wood anyway. I'm going to be making a lot of fences. I'm going to be making nice little decorative lamp posts. You'll see. It's going to be great. Out of my way. So get some wood. That one's got to move. Those will drop more saplings. Now for right now, we just need enough to lay the actual dock. Wonder if anyone will inhabit the shit shack over there. Anybody moved in? Heard a sapling hit the water. Not yet, but you know, they might in the near future. Okay, now, actually, if I take that dirt back out, perfect. This will all be wood. The dock will extend all the way in front of my little abode, which will become a villager abode and turn into a community center. They can study origami or whatever. Now, behold the basic design of what I'm trying to accomplish here. So that'll wrap around, but I've got to think here for a moment. Alright, I need more. I need fencing regardless. Need a hell of a lot of those. It's gonna be great. Yeah, that'll be a pretty good start. So I got a shit ton of clay already. Clay's actually, I think they've made it significantly more easy to find these days. This isn't going to take its final form quite yet, but you'll get the basic idea. That actually more or less locks it off from enemies out there as well, if they should swim in. Put these every 4th spot. Oh, perfect spacing. I love it when that happens. Definitely need to collect these. If there's one thing we need more of, it's saplings. Because building stuff requires a lot of wood. That's the, how many is that? Oh yeah, that's way more than we started with. Like I said, a lot of this is still strictly provisional. Like I said, we'll be putting lamps on, roughly where these torches are, by the way. Or spaced out a little bit more. It'll look pretty good. Like I said, it already looks better. And keeps villagers from going for a dip in an unauthorized fashion. Things they shouldn't do. I'm gonna tear their church down too, since they're not even using it. You sacrilegious heathens. A cow wandering around randomly there. Yeah, if I carve this out, on the end, I can always use these too, honestly. Sorry about your backyard here, moron. Yeah, if I carve that out. I can actually, I could lower the level of this soil. Wait, I think I should anyway. Isn't this the only part that's still above other than on the other side? Yeah, it is actually. Yeah. Keep a ridge there. Okay. Yeah, we can put a shit shack here too. It's no big problem. Behold the shit shack. Yes, shit shack technology. So that needs to be there. Perfect. Yeah, we'll need. I hear you guys making your crazy villager noises. I can't get out. Right. It's funny how the fence automatically joins the crafting bench. It's like, how wonderful. I don't have room in my inventory. Well, we don't need the pressure plates, not necessary. We can make, I think, several more of these actually as well. Spooky. I mean, that looks homely enough. It's like a little comfy cabin, sort of thing some tourist would want to live in for a week, because they're crazy. Oh, consolidate that anyway. Thought that water with the green was a zombie at first, actually. Decent. No, nothing special, but decent. Alright. I mean, these are literal shit shacks. Just to raise the possible population. Then we can start producing paper, apparently, and we'll start getting a lot of babies born for no reason. It's like you give your villagers paper, you receive babies. Stork must be a writer or something like that. Having little roofs like this also, they're exposed enough to the light where I do not believe enemies will spawn on top of them, which is kind of important. Actually, these larger roofs, come to think of it, might be partially responsible for the weird enemies we're seeing around. There, we got a couple of extra homes here in the actual city, since those cabins over there weren't being used. Here, let's see, yeah, okay. That'll be the end of our little dock. That's large enough. We're gonna turn this into a giant sugarcane farm, actually, once we get all this sand out, which we're gonna need. And all the clay. Oh, it's wonderful. Look at it all. Alright. Ha ha ha. Dying enemies. Ha ha ha. Ha ha ha. Yeah, actually, we need to get rid of one of these stacks of dirt. Otherwise, we can't harvest more sand. I realize there's another layer of sand below, but, you know, do I really care? Is it really worth bothering for? I mean, I'm not going to make that much sugarcane. Jesus Christ. Never have a... Oh. Never have a monoculture. Also, everybody, I do have a little bit of a headache, so if I'm a bit quieter than usual, you'll know why. It's not that I feel like shitty or anything like that. I feel mostly fine. I'm not still sick or anything. I don't know. I just have a headache. Okay, level that off. Is that clay? No, that's sand. Okay. And I don't care about it as much. There's a lot of gravel in that area, too. I think I am actually going to close this up over the side. Ugh, I'm going to drown in 2 feet of water. Yeah, this is still well lit enough and everything. Another advantage of water, doesn't spawn enemies. Okay, so then I know that one side of it has to be exposed to the water. Okay. No, that's also just sand. Just trying to sort of measure here. I know, it's a little bit autistic, but that's okay. Oh, that should be fine, Jesus. That's, that'll be quite a bit. And then... yeah, I mean... how much do we really need, ultimately? Although I will need, torches out there in order to keep enemies from spawning. Put one there. That should be good, because we can put a couple more in here, actually. Now, where was the other sugar cane? Yeah, it was over there. Now that it's daytime. Oop, oh, that would be bad. We'll have to float back in, go see what other kinds of resources might be available in the general vicinity for a moment here. Although my inventory is nearly full. Let's see, there are chickens, so we can get a chicken farm started. We're just going to take all of this. So we're raising it agriculturally. Ooh, a bone. I want more flowers. Which ones are these even called? These are oxeye daisies. I've actually grown those. Yeah, I think that's the flower forest over there, if I remember correctly. We're just going to scope out... yeah, it's midday. We got plenty of time. A few of those as well. Oh, yeah, there's no room in the inventory. Was it there, or was it, like, up in this direction? It's not like I'm going to lose sight of the city, considering how large it is. Or is it over there with all those flowers? Oh, yeah, I think it's in that general direction. I mean, it doesn't matter. I'm just sort of looking at the moment. I also want to see, let's see, there's clay there. It's good. Plenty of sand, obviously not going to run out of that for 1,000 years. Oh, there's a shit ton of gravel and clay, actually. Good. We'll definitely be building our brick factory. Oh, yeah. Maybe sometime build a huge fortress on that rise over there, just for show. Don't worry, villagers, we have an economy now. It's based on paper and sugar, so it's like we're living in the 1500s, but that's alright. Mass production. Now then. Keep breeding. Screw each other, literally and figuratively. Yeah, we could probably expand this and it'd be a good idea, even if it's taking up more space here. Consolidate a bit. Pop our clay in the corner for later. Yeah, leave me alone. I'm fiddling around right here, right now. Leave me alone, or I'll cut you down in your infancy. Where are you? Where are you? I'm gonna become a mad tyrant. Oh. Boom. Punch you right in the face. God damn it. Yeah. Alright. Oh, we could bring the dock all the way over there, unless we're going to carve this back another level, which would look pretty bad. Or we could put the factory right here, honestly. Since there's no actual street, it doesn't really matter if it conjoins that building now, does it? Lay the basic groundwork, maybe. What will its base be? I'm thinking diorite, actually. Make it more decorative than some of the other buildings. Or maybe... they have a gravel floor just as a joke. Oh, we don't need to carry that around. We don't need to carry that around. We may need more of that. All right, villager, I get the idea. You're displeased with the situation. I get it. Don't you understand? Look at all those happy trees. Just plant random trees around. It's the other thing, the tops of trees, if they're lifted up enough away from torches. Unless they're, well, if they're in this big area near all these torches, they're probably fine, so put in some more. Nope. No, that wouldn't be good. Yeah. It's one too far away. It cannot go there. No. No. You fools. Need to get rid of more of this crap here. Good. There, behold my wood powers. Let's see. Alright. Need that for a multitude of reasons here. We'll finish the dock and then built a few houses, raised up and lowered sections of wall, and things are going along pretty strong. Then we'll cut it off, I guess, for the day. Need more fencing. And we're going to need a gigantic amount of it in time. Oop, there it goes. Now they're sort of protected from, I guess, an aquatic zombie invasion or some shit like that. It just wouldn't look right if I put the factory in this location. Just wouldn't bide well. I could not do it. My God. Yeah. Not quite perfect. There should be one more on the end. Make me autistic here. I could actually wrap the dock around here and just have openings for the sugarcane crops. It doesn't really make a difference, though, ultimately. More torches. Yeah, the villagers have a few more places to live. Our economy has begun. Everything's going well in Styxhexenhammer, or whatever you decide to call it. This is alt-right YouTube City. Or as some of you would put it, alt-right YouTube City, probably. We don't allow communists to live here. Are you trying to break and enter here? I see him cowering inside, trying to get away from this crazy dude. And I think it was these guys with... Yeah, these are the ones that actually want paper, too. So, yeah, that's going to be pretty good. Those two might breed. Produce someone who wants leather, you know, some shit. But if they're inhabiting these buildings in this general area, and there certainly are more buildings available now, might end up taking down those big ones and that smaller one, plus the extra cabin on the end. This will become the city, along with the house I've already built, which I don't care if they inhabit it. Build a few more of these shacks in this area. Move this to the side, and I can actually get a row in here as well. And those can be closer together because they don't have an overhang. I don't want the golems moving through that anyway. If we find any pumpkins, I guess I'll make a golem. But, yeah, it's looking pretty good. Let's look out briefly over our dominion, I do believe, my sir, yes. Why, yes, it is quite a burgeoning settlement, I do say so myself, my good sir. That's about all.